Hello, my name is Eleventh Mystery Man, and this is my 11th ever Bold and the Beautiful review for the episode that aired on Friday, April 28th, 2023, episode 9007. And this is also the 2 week anniversary of my YouTube channel. Well, yeah, the 2 week anniversary of me uploading my first ever Bold and the Beautiful review. Wow, I can't believe it's already been 2 weeks. It's been a pretty interesting 2 weeks, but I'll get to that at the end of the video. So, getting into this episode, it was a pretty, I wouldn't say bold, I wouldn't say like, high stake drama filled episode, like, oh my god, all this stuff is happening, but it was pretty good. First off, there was no Thomas, so as many of you know who watched this, I am not a big fan of Thomas. In the episode he's not in, it's already 100 times better. And well, other than that was good. But this episode, I think, is is also once again another example of a breath of fresh air. We don't gotta focus, so much on the Hope and Thomas bullshit that no one could possibly care about, unless you think that this is actually gonna mean something, which it doesn't. And the RJ stuff, I remember for last Friday I was so excited RJ was back, but then once you see him for 4 days in a row, you go, you know what? Please leave again. So this is good. How can you miss someone they won't go away? You know what to say. Absent make the heart grow fonder of stuff, and that is true. But getting into this episode, I think this episode was a pretty good one for a Friday episode, honestly, because sometimes Friday's episodes on B&B can be either good or can be just complete and utterly boring, because they're setting up for next week. But I think this episode was pretty good. It started out with Bill and Katie. It started out with Sheila waiting on a visitor, and the visitor was Mike Godfrey. Godfrey, yeah, I think that's his name. Who I have absolutely no idea who he is. Every time I've seen him, I heard he helped Sheila. Sheila, why she was last time she was in prison, and when she thought after she shot Finn. But I didn't really see much of that in like early 2022, because for most of 2022 because in April of 2022 I got my wisdom teeth out, so that kind of took up the entire month of April and most of May. So I kind of missed most of that, and by the time I started watching again in like late May, early June, I think Finn was already back. So I kind of missed most of that. So that's a whole mystery. I think was he on the show before, and that's how he ended up in jail. I have no idea who he was. So maybe someone else does. Although I think he's okay. I think I think he's funny and interesting. He seems funny. Seems like a quite decent character. I mean, he's in jail, so he's not the greatest person in the world. But he's no worse than Thomas at this point. But him and Sheila are talking, and he's like, Sheila, you're in jail once again. And this time for murder one. I don't think you're getting out this time. I love the way he was talking to Sheila and was like, Sheila, listen to me. You're most likely going to be in here for a long, long time. Also, do you really think Finn cares about you? You did shoot him. He's not wrong, Sheila. You shot Finn and his wife. So I highly doubt Finn is going to be too eager to visit you in prison, considering, you shot him. I don't think most people are, too big into the visiting people who shoot them club. You know what I mean? I don't think I would be too big into doing that, but maybe. I don't know. Finn needs to stop. His whole character needs a whole revamp, because he's got to stop being the guy that does everything Steffi tells him to do. That's not a good quality in people. I mean, love your wife, agree with your wife, have your wife's back, but don't do everything she tells you. That's not smart. The only person who's allowed to tell me, the only people who are allowed to tell me what to do are my mom and dad. Nobody else gets to. Nobody else gets to. That's just my opinion on it. But anyways, what else? Oh yeah, Katie and Carter are somehow still together. I guess she's telling Carter about the day. She's telling Carter that she gotta go on a date. Carter like, why don't you just stay here? And then Brooke came in, and I was like, oh yippee. Here comes Brooke, cause I guess we need somebody from the group of people who who made the first 3 days of this shit program boring, annoying, and the same dialogue. I was thinking, I swear to God, if you bring up RJ, I'm gonna turn this off. But thankfully she didn't. Instead, she just talked to Carter about Katie after Katie left, because Brooke ain't against talking about a family behind their back. So they're talking, and then Katie arrives to talk to Bill, and well, I thought they was going to have a dinner, but there was no food involved in this process whatsoever. There was no food. I heard the spoilers said dinner. Where was the food? They just drank wine, sat on the couch. Bill tried to kiss her. She denied him, and then he asked about Carter. Oh, and Quinn. Is Quinn coming back? Because they keep bringing her up. And anytime on The Bold and the Beautiful, whenever they bring up somebody who's been gone for a long time, that usually means they're coming back. So is Quinn coming back or something? Or because I don't think Brad Bell bringing this up for continuity purposes, because Brad Bell could care less about continuity. I mean, watch his program. Brad Bell could care less about continuity. This program needs a continuity editor, quite frankly, but. So Katie and Bill are talking, and Bill is like, so what exactly is your relationship with Carter, Katie? I would like to know that too, Katie. Well, how exactly are you with Carter exactly? Are you friends? I guess you are all more than friends. Are you friends who have sex together? Basically, what exactly is this, Katie? Are you friends who have sex together? Are you more than friends who, are in love with each other? Have you just never been with a black guy and wanted to see what it was like? I mean, did you just give up on? Did you just think Bill was with Sheila, so you were like, well, I can't have you, or even though you technically got rid of him before that, and then after you found out he was with Sheila, you wouldn't shut up. I can't believe he's like this now. Okay, Katie. I don't know. Even though Katie's not as horrible as Brooke, she's still a Logan, so she still make baffling, stupid, idiotic decisions. Also, what is all of these men's fixation with the Logan women? They're not the greatest group of people in the world, people. Like, why does Brad Bell find it so necessary to act like the Logan women are like this band of great women you all men should pine after? They're not. None of them have that many good qualities about them. And Katie's the nicest out of all of them. Also, she's the only one that doesn't have blonde hair, which has always confused me. Was that just the? Did that just happen with Heather Tom as the actress, and or is that just or something else? I've just always been confused why literally everybody else and all other Logan women in this family all have blonde hair except for Katie. Was that just like a casting choice or something, or was it ever explained? Did she dye it or something? Who knows? I've always been confused by that, but oh well. But they're talking, and Katie's like, I will always care about you, Bill. And he's like, okay, that's what I like to hear. And I like whenever Bill doesn't have to be creepy. Because he's so funny. Like yesterday, him, Wyatt, and Liam are talking, cracking jokes at each other. Because that's what people do in real life. That's what people do, especially dudes. We all sit around basically making fun of each other, all in good spirits, because we're all friends, but we understand that we can make fun of each other because most of the time we can be idiots. But Bill was like, Katie, how do you feel about Carter? And Katie kind of refuses to answer the question. Like, this isn't about me and Carter, this is about me and you. Why do you not want to answer the question? Why do you refuse to answer the question? Why are you avoiding the question, Katie? What are your feelings towards Carter? Do you truly care about Carter? Or is he just some guy to have fun? Or is he just some guy to have fun and have sex with? So then we cut back to Carter and Brooke talking. And this might come out of left field, but all I was thinking to myself is, Brad, don't do it. Don't do it, Brad. Brad, if you're going to have somebody cheat in this situation, have Katie sleep with Bill and cheat on Carter. But don't have Carter sleep with Brooke, because it would make no sense. Katie made little sense, but Brooke makes absolutely no sense for Carter. Just please don't. If Brad Bell don't do it, although I feel like Brad Bell might do it, he might do that. And that might be a way that we lead to Katie going back to Bill, because Carter might sleep with Book. I mean, Carter's already passed the test of it. He's been with Quinn and he's been with Katie, so he's been with one of her enemies, so that's usually a good point. And he's been with her sister, so that opens up Brooke for him, because that's all Brooke really needs. See, Brooke won't sleep with any man. Will sleep with any man, but she will mostly sleep with men who have slept with her daughters or her sisters, basically. That's kind of her whole MO. If you slept with somebody I'm related to or someone I hate, then I will sleep with you. That's kind of been Brooke's whole thing. So I hope they don't do that. But they're talking, and Carter's like, Brooke, Bill loves you, and Brooke is like, well, he's in my past. Okay. Apparently all of your mistakes on your past. Would you like me to name some, Brooke? There was that time you slept with Bridget's daughter. I mean, there was that time you slept with Bridget's husband, Deacon, and made Hope. Because that's how Hope was made. Oh, there was that other time you slept with Oliver, Hope's first boyfriend. Everybody remember Oliver Jones? What a great guy. That guy really got the short end of the staff. But he did get to escape, though, so good for him. And, Brooke slept with him, which, that was fun, because I always liked Oliver. It was always interesting. But they're talking, and I guess Brooke wants everything she's done in the past to be in the past, because that's what she was telling Bill is part of my past. And Carter's like, well, Katie shouldn't be any man's second choice. Carter? Isn't she kind of your second choice because Quinn left you? Like, Carter, if Quinn was here right now, you and her would still be together. You didn't dump her. She left you. Carter, I'm just saying, Carter, she left you. So Katie's basically just your second choice at this point. Quinn's gotta be coming back, right? Because they do not bring up old characters who have left the show unless they're coming back. Because they sure don't have a continuity editor. Because, Brad Bell's whole thing is, let me recreate history. Let me rewrite history. But other than that, Mike and Sheila are still talking about some stuff, and they're talking and talking. And Mike's like, Sheila, I think you should just accept the fact that you are going to be in prison for a long, long time right now. And kind of just accept it. I'm like, well, you're probably not wrong. I mean, you have a computer. You have a computer. I mean, I don't know. Does any prisons in real life have computers? I mean, I've never been to prison. I've never been to prison, so I don't know. But does prisons have computers in real life? Because I would always assume they don't, but maybe they do. Who knows? So then Sheila gets from the guards say, "Oh, we have a visitor for you." And all I was thinking here is, okay, who is this going to be Deacon? And then it was like, oh no, he got emailed, so clearly it's not Deacon. Because why would you email Deacon? That'd be a weird thing to do. You'd think he would just show up. Like, who is this? Who are you talking to? And he was like, Sheila, what are you planning here? Are you planning to do something stupid? Clearly she's planning to break out of prison. And this mystery man, this mystery man is, clearly part of her plan here, which is really fun for me, considering my name. Last day on Earth, Mystery Man. So that should be fun. But other than that, and then she gets all dolled up. Like, so is it Deacon then, or is it some other dude? Apparently, it's some other dude. Apparently, I don't know why you had to get all dolled up for him. What is it? Some dude from your past? Because I thought you killed all the dudes in your past. But okay. No, I don't know. I think it's that guy that's coming on here, Jamie Walker, the comedian Jamie Walker that I know is coming on here. So I'm pretty sure it's most likely going to be him. Because at the end of the episode, they just showed a silhouette of him. It's like a silhouette of him. They didn't actually show him, which why couldn't you just show his face? I mean, why do we gotta be in a mystery? Why does it gotta be a mystery for 2 days? I mean, pretty much everybody already knows who it is. It's clearly that comedian you guys hired, I can't say his first name, but something Walker. Clearly it's him. Because clearly it's a dude, so clearly it's him. Which should be good, because good lord, the one thing this show needs is a comedian. Good lord, they need more of that. So hopefully hopefully he can bring some good humor to this program, and maybe teach these people on this program how to say stuff that is supposed to be funny and make it sound interesting and not be complete and utterly stupid when you deliver your line. Because this show needs more serious, funny comedy, not creepy comedy, and not comedy that comes off as funny because it's complete and utterly stupid, and has no relation to the show whatsoever, and just Brad Belgian creating random stuff from basically out of his ass. But other than that, I don't know if there was much other things to say about this episode other than it was just an episode. Stuff happened. There was no Thomas, which made it better because the less he's on this program, the better. Could we get a whole month without him? That would be nice. And I'm really interested to see where all of this goes next, because is Katie and Carter gonna make it? Is Quentin gonna possibly come back? Is Bill and Katie going to get back together? Is Carter gonna sleep with Brooke? Is Brooke gonna make a new mistake? I mean, she's apparently forgotten about all Pat mistakes, so maybe now she's gonna start making some new ones, and maybe that's gonna be Carter, because he got a better shot than Hollis does. Thankfully, Hollis has also not been on in like a week. Thank God for that, because thank God I don't gotta talk about that guy anymore. He's one of those characters who when he leaves, most people are not upset about it, and you forget that he was ever on this program, and you just try to move on from him. So hopefully he never comes back. But other than that, I don't know if what else is there really to talk about in this episode, because it's only 19 minutes long, so it's basically watching a shortened version of a soap opera, which with it only being 30 minutes long is really upsetting when we have to listen to the same bullshit 4 days in a row. Same dialogue, over and over and over and over. Like earlier this week with Widge. We get it, Widge. You want your son to join you. We get it. Clearly that's Clearly that's the story here. Could you talk about something else? Also, I saw someone make a comment. Where is Eric? Why isn't he here to see his grandson? Also, where's Eric been this whole time? Where's him and Donna? Are they just not on the show anymore? Does Brad Bill have nothing for them? Is he on vacation? Like, what happened? What happened here? Did he just leave? Did he just say, I'm going on a year-long vacation, see you guys next year or something? I don't know. This program. I don't know. This show needs more characters, quite frankly. Because it's the same characters talking about the same stuff for basically about 4 years now. This show needs more characters. That's what I think that's what the last thing I'm gonna talk about in this video. This show needs more characters. And I don't mean characters who show up and add nothing to the program. I mean characters who have other storylines going along, so an episode won't be focused on like one thing for like 4 days. You can spread it out. Which is why I really like this program from 2015 to 2017, because you had so many different characters and so many different storylines all interacting with each other. So the show never felt boring or dulled down. And plus, back then Thomas was awesome because he was played by Pierce Ford, who is the best version of Thomas and is the best version of Thomas, and gave some of the best acting Thomas has ever done as a character, because Pierce Ford was phenomenal as Thomas Forrester. Because at least that Thomas Forrester had a backbone. I mean, that Thomas Forrester left Forrester to go help Sally with Sally's Spectrum fashion company. He just got up and left. He's like, I got money. They need help. I like Sally, so see ya. Thomas was his own man. Thomas wasn't obsessed with Hope. Thomas didn't need Daddy's approval. Thomas didn't need everybody to love him. He was just a man who was clearly done being used and manipulated by his family to do whatever they told him to do. So that's why Thomas used to be awesome. And plus, you had more comedians back then. You had Pam and Charlie. You had Lieutenant Baker and Detective Sanchez always coming in to show that some police officers are good at their job. Yeah, this was back when Zende had a wife. If everybody remembers Nicole, Avant. She had her sister Maya. You had the whole Wick and Maya, which also plays into Carter when Carter was yesterday was talking about his shitty love life. Because he was with Maya first, and then she got with Wick, and then we all found out Maya was a dude. Which I love that scene when Carter finds out. Like, man, me and Wick have something in common. I just love Carter's reaction to, oh my god, I slept with a dude. I just always loved his reaction. He's like, yeah, but that's what this show is missing. More characters. So that you don't have to fully focus on all of the same characters, and we have to have the same storylines over and over and over and over again. And the other characters you have, you do nothing. Brad Bell does nothing with him. He does nothing with Zende. Paris is basically non-existent on this program. Wyatt is on this program basically just to remind you about how great Darren Brooks is as an actor. What else? Eric and Donna, for some reason, are never shown except for like once a month. What else? Thomas is way too much on this show now. And the last month of this program has not been a month of Bold and Beautiful. It's just been a month about apparently Thomas and how apparently he's changed now. He's a changed man now. Yeah, okay. Okay, but I don't want to end it there because honestly, quite frankly, having to tell people why Thomas is a horrible person and is a horrible character gets annoying. Quite frankly. But I would just like to end it here with I'm into 2 weeks into my career as a YouTuber reviewing Bold and the Beautiful, and well, the past 2 weeks have been pretty interesting. I mean, it started off pretty well. I got a couple big viewers. I got a couple big viewers. I got a couple big numbers the first day. I mean, I got 100 viewers I think in less than 2 days, which was cool. And then once I uploaded my fourth video, I got 700. That blew up and got 700. It got over 700. Got 715 viewers in like one day on Saturday. Last Saturday, my fourth video just blew up. I don't know what happened, but for some reason, when I went into YouTube Studio to check like geographically, my fourth Bold and a Beautiful video really blew up in India. So quite frankly, thank you to all the people in India who watched my video. Thank you to all the people in India who watched my video on Saturday, because I saw it on Saturday, it just kept blowing up. But I think these past 2 weeks have been a pretty interesting ride, quite frankly, because I had no idea what I was doing, to be quite honest with you. I had no idea. I mean, when I made my first Bold and Beautiful video on 2 Fridays ago, I just sat here and just talked about the program. I haven't edited nothing. I've edited nothing. I've never edited this video. Everything you have seen has just been one take. It's just been one take of me talking, which is why sometimes I go off. I sometimes goes off and spoil my word, but it's been a crazy 2 weeks. But it's also been an amazing 2 weeks, because it's amazing for me to see all the viewers, to see the viewership go up. I loved last Saturday seeing my video goes up. I was thinking to myself, wow, people really want to watch me. Like, for some reason, people see this face and go, you know what? We would like to listen to what this man has to say. And I just can't thank you all enough for that. I can't thank you enough for that. I wish I could thank you all by all your names, but I would like to thank everyone who has helped me on this journey so far. Albert, Albert's, uh, Albert from his live stream. He's a really big supporter, and I think he's possibly the best soap opera reviewer on YouTube. I think he's the best. You got my other friend Kyrie's. He's helped me too. My friend Mel. She's great too. I got my friend Darby. Darby's 13. He's awesome. He is a fan of Thomas, but hey, somebody has to be, you know. And all of them has really helped me out with 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 this, you know. Because if it wasn't for any of them, I don't think I would want to do this. Because I would think nobody wants to listen to me what I have to say. But apparently people do. I don't know why, but I guess I must be doing something right. And I've also started another part of the channel reviewing wrestling, AEW, WWE. I've uploaded two shorts, and one got 533 views, and one got already over six. One got 1,629 viewers. So that's pretty cool. And I'm going to be doing a whole deep dive draft review once the draft happens tonight. Once the draft after the WWE draft happens tonight. I don't know if that's gonna be uploaded Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, but just know in the next 3 days it will be uploaded. But I don't know what else there is to say other than to every single person who have watched my videos at any point in the last 2 weeks. I would like to thank you all for supporting me on the first 2 weeks of this amazing, crazy journey of mine. And thank you all for watching. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend.